47 years since the world lost the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley.
Tear it all apart, but love me. Won't you love me?
I really can't criticize anybody in the entertainment field. It's very hard to live up to an image.
Joe Rogan, the popular and sometimes controversial podcast host, never shies away from diving into the bizarre, mysterious, and downright spooky. Known for his deep discussions into conspiracy theories, paranormal activities, and hidden truths. Rogan recently dropped a bombshell on his show that has left his audience stunned on the subject of the legendary Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, and according to Rogan, his tomb has been mysteriously opened after 50 years. What was found inside was not just shocking, but terrifying. Trust me, you won't want to miss anything we uncover. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for more updates before we dive into the details of Rogan's revelations. That way, you'll never miss any of our future discoveries. Let's take a trip into the past together. Before we explore the details of Elvis Presley's grave being opened and what was found, it's important to understand his early life and how he became the legendary figure we continue to celebrate today.
Why do you think you've outlasted every other entertainer?
I take vitamin E. I'm only kidding. Embarrass myself, man. I don't know, dear. I enjoy the business. I like what I'm doing.
Early life, Elvis Presley's early years were marked by both promise and adversity. Born on January 8, 1935, in Tupelo, Mississippi, Elvis Aaron Presley was the second of twin boys, but tragically, his twin brother Jesse was stillborn. Growing up as an only child, Elvis's parents, despite their financial hardships, ensured his childhood was filled with love and music. The gospel melodies from their church left a profound impact on Elvis and greatly influenced his unique musical style. Elvis's talent was evident from a young age. He won a talent show at just 10 years old. His family's move to Memphis opened new doors for him, allowing him to dive into the city's vibrant music scene, especially around Beale Street. His passion for music was sparked further when he received his first guitar from his mother on his 11th birthday, setting him on a path that would define his future. At L.C. Humes High School, Elvis was known for his distinctive style and deep love for music, though he faced some bullying for being different. Undeterred, he continued to hone his craft, participating in talent shows and soaking up every bit of musical knowledge he could. During high school, his talent truly began to shine. His performance of "Till I Waltz Again With You" at the annual minstrel show left a lasting impression, showcasing his natural gift and growing confidence. After graduating in 1953, Elvis took on various jobs but never let go of his musical aspirations. So, how did he achieve fame? What led to his untimely death, and what recent developments have come to light? Stay tuned to find out. Rise to fame and acting career. Elvis Presley's journey from his modest beginnings in Tupelo to becoming a global icon is nothing short of extraordinary. His rise to fame began with groundbreaking recordings at Sun Records, where he fused blues, country, and gospel to create a revolutionary sound that would come to be known as rock and roll. With his charismatic stage presence and distinctive voice, Elvis quickly became a music sensation and a hero to millions. He dominated the charts like no one else, with an impressive 149 songs reaching the Billboard Hot 180 of which topped the charts, and he sold over 1 billion records worldwide, making him the best-selling solo artist of all time. But Elvis's talents weren't confined to music alone. He also made a significant impact on the film industry, starring in 31 successful movies that captured the public's imagination. His influence extended to television as well, with his specials, including the famous 68 Comeback Special, remaining some of the most cherished broadcasts of their time. Elvis's career was marked by numerous accolades, including 3 Grammy Awards and the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, which he received at just 36 years old. He was also inducted into several music halls of fame, celebrating his contributions across various genres like pop, country, rockabilly, rhythm and blues, adult contemporary, and gospel. Despite mainly performing in the United States, Elvis's music and films achieved immense popularity worldwide, solidifying his status as a global cultural icon. Recognized and admired by his first name alone, Elvis broke barriers and set records that continue to be celebrated today. Battle with drugs and deteriorating career. Elvis Presley's struggle with prescription medication was a well-known issue among those close to him. He had been dealing with addiction for years, frequently turning to his personal physician, Dr. Nick, for help with his cravings. Dr. Nick prescribed a troubling mix of medications, including Quaaludes and Demerol, which contributed to Elvis's declining health in the months before his death. Elvis experienced significant weight gain, and his stage performances became increasingly erratic. He often seemed disoriented, forgetting lyrics and having trouble keeping up with the music. Despite these difficulties, Elvis's Las Vegas shows and concert tours were legendary and often set new attendance records. His powerful energy and emotional depth became a benchmark for live performances, unmatched by his peers. Colonel Tom Parker, Elvis's manager, was deeply concerned about his health but felt powerless to make meaningful changes. One notable moment came during the iconic 1973 Aloha from Hawaii concert, when lyric cards for Burning Love were used as a precaution. Although some fans thought Elvis barely glanced at them, their presence was a new addition not previously needed. While some speculated that substance abuse was the cause, others pointed out that Elvis had struggled with remembering lyrics throughout his career. For example, during the '68 comeback special, he had difficulty recalling lyrics, but often used humor and audience interaction to turn these moments into endearing experiences. Similarly, in 1970, during a live show in Vegas, he used sheet music to keep up with some songs, showing an authentic and relatable side that fans fondly remember. Tragic death and circumstances. On August 16, 1977, the world was struck by tragedy with the death of Elvis Presley at the age of 42. On the day of his passing, Elvis had been unable to sleep and had taken several doses of prescribed medication throughout the night. Around 2:30 a.m., he went to the bathroom, a place where he often read. Hours later, his fiancée Ginger found him unconscious on the bathroom floor. Despite immediate attempts to revive him, Elvis was pronounced dead at 3:30 p.m. at his Graceland mansion in Memphis, Tennessee. The official cause of death was listed as a heart attack, but the autopsy revealed a more complex picture. Dr. Jerry Francisco, the Shelby County medical examiner, found that Elvis had an unusually enlarged heart, nearly twice the normal size. This condition, known as hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, likely contributed to his sudden cardiac arrest. Additionally, toxicology reports showed a mix of prescription drugs in his system, including high doses of opiates, barbiturates, and sedatives. The news of his death. The news of Elvis's death sent shockwaves around the globe, leaving fans in deep grief and disbelief. The circumstances of his passing led to widespread speculation and intrigue. Fans' response and controversies. Around Elvis's prescriptions. The world mourned Elvis's loss with candlelight vigils and tributes at Graceland's gates. A media frenzy quickly erupted, with reporters and photographers descending on Memphis to cover the unfolding story. In the wake of his death, many fans struggled to accept that their idol had died from what seemed like a common heart attack. This led to rumors and theories of foul play or a cover-up, fueled by ongoing questions about his prescription medications and overall health. In the years following Elvis Presley's death, those closest to him began to shed light on his final days. Friends and family revealed a portrait of a man struggling deeply with addiction, depression, and the immense pressures of fame. After Elvis's passing, his doctor, Dr. Nick, found himself at the center of controversy. He faced intense legal scrutiny over his prescribing practices, which led to his indictment in 1980 on 14 counts of overprescribing drugs to Elvis and other high-profile figures, including Jerry Lee Lewis. Although he was acquitted, the fallout continued. The Tennessee Medical Board permanently revoked his medical license due to concerns about his judgment and ethics resulting from years of excessive prescribing. In 1979, Dr. Nick was involved in a strange and frightening incident when he was shot in the chest while watching a football game. Thankfully, he survived with minor injuries, but the shooting remained unexplained, with no suspects ever identified. Some speculated that it might have been the work of an angry Elvis fan. Elvis's funeral service and Burial Elvis's funeral was a grand and deeply emotional event, befitting the king of rock and roll. He was laid to rest at the Meditation Garden at Graceland, his famous mansion in Memphis, Tennessee. This tranquil garden, a place Elvis often visited for reflection, was the setting for his burial on August 18, 1977, just 2 days after his death. Though the service was private, attended by family, close friends, and a few industry insiders, thousands of devoted fans gathered outside to pay their respects. The Meditation Garden was beautifully decorated with floral tributes, including an impressive display of red roses, Elvis's favorite flower. A grand fountain added to the solemn atmosphere. Elvis's casket, made of solid copper and lined with velvet, was the focal point of the heartfelt tribute, which included moving eulogies and musical performances. The service, led by Reverend C.W. Bradley, who had married Elvis and Priscilla, featured family members and close friends sharing their memories and love for the star. Gospel performances by J.D. Sumner and the Stamps Quartet offered a blend of hope and celebration amidst the sorrow. As the ceremony came to a close, Elvis's casket was gently lowered into the ground, marking his final resting place. Today, visitors to Graceland pay their respects at the Meditation Garden, where Elvis rests alongside his parents, Vernon and Gladys, and his grandmother, Minnie May. Elvis Presley's career. Even after his passing, Elvis's legacy continued to shine. Posthumously released singles between 1977 and 1981 found success, with several hitting the top 10 on country charts, a testament to his lasting appeal. Graceland, his famed home, was opened to the public in 1982 and has since attracted over 500,000 visitors each year. It is now recognized as the second most visited home in the United States. In 2006, Graceland was honored as a National Historic Landmark, underscoring Elvis's cultural impact. His musical achievements were further celebrated with inductions into 5 prestigious music halls of fame and awards such as the W.C. Handy Award and the American Music Awards Award of Merit. Elvis's influence didn't stop with his original recordings. Remixes like A Little Less Conversation enjoyed international success, bringing his music back to the top of the charts after nearly 30 years. Classic tracks like Rubberneckin' and the re-release of That's All Right also saw a resurgence. Presley's commercial success continued posthumously, with Forbes consistently ranking him among the top-earning deceased celebrities. In 2018, RCA Legacy released an album highlighting Elvis's passion for gospel music. The 2022 biographical film Elvis, directed by Baz Luhrmann, was a critical and commercial hit, with Austin Butler's portrayal earning significant praise, including a Golden Globe win. Additionally, in January 2023, Elvis's personal jet was sold at auction for a substantial amount, reflecting the ongoing fascination with the king of rock and roll. Rumors of Elvis's grave being opened and speculations about a faked death rumors have been swirling, sparking excitement among fans and theorists alike, suggesting that the legendary Elvis Presley's tomb might be opened. The origins of these rumors remain mysterious, but they have taken on a life of their own. The speculation started on online forums, where discussions arose about the possibility of Elvis's family revealing secrets about his final resting place. This idea of peeking into the private world of such a public figure has captivated the Elvis fan community. The exact source of the tomb opening rumor is unclear, but once it surfaced, it quickly spread through forums and online Elvis fan groups. What drives such speculation? One theory suggests that Elvis may have faked his death. Supporters of this theory point to oddities like the misspelling of his middle name, Aaron, on his tombstone. Others refer to a supposed sighting of Elvis in the 1990 film Home Alone, where a background figure resembles an older Elvis. In a scene at the airport, Catherine O'Hara's character is seen frantically trying to book a flight home. Behind her stands a bearded man in a turtleneck and sports coat whose appearance has sparked intrigue. The man's features, from his eyes to the shape of his face and even his posture, closely resemble what many imagine an older Elvis might look like. His thick, well-groomed beard, which covers much of his lower face, adds an element of mystery, suggesting he might be using it as a disguise. Although this look deviates from Elvis's usual clean-cut style, it adds to the speculation. Moreover, the man's body language, an air of impatience and subtle discontent, adds depth to the scene and fuels the speculation further. His demeanor seems to echo that of a former star who is now in the background, watching rather than participating. His attire, including the classic sports coat and turtleneck, also evokes a style reminiscent of Elvis. These details only serve to enhance the intrigue surrounding the theory. Speculations about Elvis's death and alleged sightings. The intrigue around Elvis Presley's death continues to grow, with various theories and rumors adding to the mystery. One intriguing aspect is the man's body language in the Home Alone scene. His impatience and subtle discontent hint at a deeper story, suggesting he might be a former star now observing from the sidelines rather than actively participating. His classic sports coat and turtleneck further evoke Elvis's style, adding to the speculation. Handwriting analysis has also fueled these rumors. Experts have noted inconsistencies between Elvis's earlier and later signatures, suggesting that someone else might have been signing on his behalf to maintain the illusion of his death. Additionally, the surprisingly small and private nature of his funeral has raised questions among his supporters, who wonder if the arrangements were made hastily to avoid scrutiny. The mystery deepens with the fact that Elvis was buried in a 900-pound copper coffin, a weight some believe could be excessive unless the coffin was empty. The rapid pace of the funeral arrangements has also sparked skepticism, with some speculating that the swift actions were intended to prevent any doubts or investigations. Over the years, many have claimed to have seen Elvis alive long after his reported death. These sightings have become a cultural phenomenon, with reports of encounters with the iconic figure from around the world. The first of these reports emerged just a day after his death, when a man resembling Elvis was said to have purchased a one-way ticket to Buenos Aires under the name John Burrow, an alias linked to Elvis. This event set off a wave of speculation and additional sightings. In late 1977, a photograph surfaced that allegedly showed Elvis relaxing in his pool house at Graceland. The debate over whether the figure in the photo is indeed Elvis continues to this day. In the 1980s, Kalamazoo, Michigan, became known for numerous Elvis sightings, with residents reporting that Elvis was living as if he had never left the limelight. The mystery was further compounded by a mysterious phone call in 1988, where a voice resembling Elvis's announced his readiness for a comeback, reigniting speculation about his fate. Sightings of Elvis even extended into the music world, with an anonymous artist releasing a song titled "Spelling on the Stone" in 1988, leading some to believe that Elvis was either singing from beyond the grave or from a concealed location. Elvis Presley's alleged posthumous appearances and theories. About his faked death. At the dawn of the new millennium, there were claims that Elvis Presley had been spotted at the grand opening of Legoland in California. However, it was later revealed that the sightings were due to impersonators. Despite this, dedicated Elvis fans kept the legend alive through articles in the Weekly World News tabloid, which chronicled supposed adventures of Elvis after 1977. These stories depicted him as a globetrotter who faked his death to live anonymously. Why some believe Elvis might have faked his death. There are theories suggesting that Elvis embedded secret messages in his music, with songs like I'll Never Know and Way Down being cited as potential clues. The cover of his album Promised Land, showing Elvis in a white suit, was seen by some as a symbolic gesture towards a spiritual journey. Additional peculiarities surrounding Elvis's death have also fueled speculation. His body was reportedly found in an unusual position, with his pajama bottoms around his ankles. Some have speculated that the autopsy report was altered or that the toxicology results were suppressed. Elvis led a life full of drama and spectacle, much like the flamboyant stage costumes he wore. Imagining him stepping away from the limelight could make the idea of faking his death seem like a daring escape from the relentless scrutiny and pressures of fame. The prospect of living a quiet, anonymous life away from the prying eyes of the public and media might have been incredibly appealing. Financial pressures and the constant need to maintain a lavish lifestyle could have also played a role. Elvis might have wanted relief from the demands and expectations of his celebrity status. The idea of a dramatic comeback also adds to the allure. Imagine the impact of Elvis returning from the dead. It would certainly be a sensational event in the entertainment world. Finally, the desire to protect his legacy from the effects of aging and evolving music trends might have motivated him. By faking his death, Elvis could have ensured that his legend remained timeless, forever youthful and vibrant in the hearts of his fans. Another perspective on Elvis's alleged faked death. Another angle to consider is the universal desire for control. Throughout his life, Elvis had limited say over his privacy, public image, and personal choices. Faking his own death might have been seen as the ultimate act of self-determination, a decision made entirely on his own terms, kept as a closely guarded secret, and a final assertion of control over his own life. Elvis Presley's enduring legacy. One of Elvis Presley's most lasting legacies is the passionate following he inspired after his death. His fans elevate their admiration to extraordinary heights, viewing him not just as a music icon, but as a way of life. Their devotion goes beyond simply enjoying his music. It becomes a full-fledged lifestyle. From visiting Graceland to participating in tribute competitions, their activities reflect the vibrancy and excitement of Elvis's stage presence. A particularly fascinating aspect of this legacy is the phenomenon of Elvis tribute artists. Around the globe, enthusiasts don elaborate jumpsuits and meticulously style their hair to embody their idol. Competitions judge these performers not only on their vocal accuracy, but also on their ability to capture Elvis's charisma and stage presence. The dedication to authenticity is remarkable, with some even studying his mannerisms and speech patterns. Elvis Week is another testament to his enduring influence. This annual event at Graceland, which was once Elvis's home and is now a museum, attracts fans from all over the world. They gather in Memphis to celebrate his life with candlelight vigils, create intricate fan art, and exchange rare memorabilia. The week is a vibrant celebration of everything Elvis, filled with music, storytelling, and a strong sense of community. For some of his most devoted fans, their admiration borders on the extraordinary, resembling something akin to a Church of Elvis. They view him as a messianic figure, imbuing him with a quasi-religious significance. These gatherings often blend traditional religious rituals with the singing of his songs, symbolizing a profound sense of love and unity. Elvis-themed weddings and fan tributes. Elvis-themed weddings in Las Vegas are a quirky yet cherished part of his cultural legacy. Couples can choose to have an Elvis impersonator officiate their ceremony, adding a touch of fun by serenading them with can't help falling in love as they exchange vows. This playful blend of kitsch and romance has become a beloved tradition in the Vegas wedding scene. In the digital age, Elvis fans have created vibrant online communities where they share rare concert footage, discuss his significant impact on their lives, and even participate in role-playing as Elvis. Collecting memorabilia is a popular hobby, with some fans dedicating entire rooms or even homes to showcase their treasures. From vinyl records and concert posters to personal items once owned by the icon, the search for rare artifacts continues, with particularly elusive pieces being highly coveted by collectors. Tattoos are another way fans pay tribute to Elvis. Many enthusiasts choose to permanently mark their bodies with his image, song lyrics, or even his signature, displaying their devotion proudly. Tattoo designs range from subtle to elaborate, with some fans choosing to cover large areas of their bodies in homage. Another fun trend within the fandom is dressing up pets, especially hound dogs, in miniature Elvis costumes, complete with tiny wigs and sunglasses. These adorable furry friends often make appearances at fan events and parades, spreading joy wherever they go. Insights from Sally A. Hodl's memoir, Elvis, Destined to Die Young. In 2020, Sally A. Hodl released Elvis, Destined to Die Young, a book that explores the health issues and other factors contributing to Elvis Presley's early death. Hodl conducted interviews with people who knew Elvis and accessed previously unseen documents to enrich her research. Her dedication to uncovering the truth led her to various commemorative events in Memphis, and even the Strictly Elvis Festival in the UK from September 10th to 17, 2022. These experiences provided valuable insights for her investigation into Elvis's health and the circumstances surrounding his death. Hodl's book offers a detailed look into the complexities that led to Elvis's untimely passing, providing a deeper understanding of the legendary musician's life and legacy. She recounts how Presley confided in backing vocalist Kathy Westmoreland about his persistent eye pain and other ailments, often asking her to massage his legs when the pain became unbearable. Presley also frequently mentioned experiencing generalized pain, Elvis Presley's health struggles and touring demands. Elvis Presley's physician, Dr. George Nicopolis, commonly known as Dr. Nick, revealed that Elvis suffered from chronic pain due to degenerative arthritis affecting his back and neck. His hairstylist, Larry Geller, noted that Elvis was well aware of his serious health issues, which went beyond his colon and liver problems, including the side effects of his medications. According to Hodl, Elvis relied on medication not just for pain relief, but to function, particularly during the demanding periods of touring. The rigorous nature of his tours led him to take more medication, further straining his body. Hodl highlighted that in 1956, the addictive properties of medications weren't fully understood. By the 1970s, Elvis faced severe insomnia, leading him to rely on heavy doses of sleeping pills like Valium when other treatments failed. Despite his deteriorating health, Elvis remained committed to his work ethic, performing 2 shows daily for 30 consecutive days in Las Vegas, totaling 60 shows. His immune system weakened, leading to frequent fevers and flu-like symptoms, which caused some to question his motives for seeking medication. However, it was evident that he was struggling with infections. At one point, Dr. Nick tried to see if Elvis could sleep without medication, but Elvis had been awake for 3 days and needed medication just to fall asleep. Elvis had planned to start a 4th tour on May 20th of the year he passed away. Concerns grew among those close to him about the physical toll and stress of maintaining such a demanding schedule. During the 2nd concert of this planned tour, an incident was reported where Elvis was partially conscious after his head was immersed in cold water. Colonel Tom Parker, Elvis's manager, reportedly emphasized that the most important thing was Elvis's nightly presence on stage. Hodl also noted Elvis's deep concern about his declining health in his final years. Despite his awareness of his deteriorating condition, he did not openly discuss his struggles with many people, surrounded by a group of yes men who avoided confronting his issues. At that time, open discussions about health were less common than today. Elvis, who controlled all aspects of his business, went to great lengths to conceal his health problems, sharing the truth only with a few trusted individuals. His health declined significantly, leading to a weight of 25 stone due to extended periods spent in his bedroom and a diet of junk food. His condition eventually required the care of a full-time nurse. Post-mortem. Examination. Elvis Presley, the legendary king of rock and roll, faced numerous severe health issues leading up to his untimely death in 1977. By 1975, his neglect of personal hygiene had resulted in painful sores, and his unhealthy diet had led to chronic constipation. A post-mortem examination revealed a troubling finding: a 4-month-old compacted stool in his gut, which underscored the severity of his digestive problems. Another critical aspect of Elvis's health issues was his heavy reliance on medication. In the 7 months before his death, he had been prescribed nearly 9,000 pills, vials, and injections. This enormous quantity of medication highlights the extent to which his health was managed and possibly mismanaged through pharmaceuticals. Ginger Alden, who was with Elvis at the time of his death, provided a poignant account of his final moments in her biography. She described finding him with his arms at his sides and palms facing up, motionless after falling on the floor. Ginger gently turned his face towards her and noticed a faint breath escaping from his nose. His tongue was clenched between his teeth and his face appeared blotchy. She lifted one of his eyelids slightly, revealing a blood-red eye fixed ahead, indicating the severity of his condition. After his death, an autopsy was conducted quickly, but the results were kept confidential by his family, which fueled speculation and various theories about his cause of death. Dan Warlick, the lead investigator for the Tennessee Office of the State Medical Examiner, was present at the autopsy and supported the theory that Elvis's death was connected to his chronic constipation. Warlick suggested that Elvis's long-term prescription drug abuse and high-fat, high-cholesterol diet contributed to his severe constipation. This condition could have led to a dangerous situation known as Valsalva's maneuver, where the effort to defecate increases abdominal pressure, potentially compressing the aorta and causing a fatal heart arrhythmia. Post-mortem examination. After Elvis Presley's death, an autopsy was quickly performed. However, the results were kept confidential by his family, leading to widespread speculation and numerous theories about his cause of death. Dan Warlick, the lead investigator from the Tennessee Office of the State Medical Examiner, was present during the autopsy and supported the theory that Elvis's death was related to his chronic constipation. Warlick suggested that Elvis's constipation, exacerbated by years of prescription drug abuse and a high-fat, high-cholesterol diet, might have caused a dangerous situation known as Valsalva's maneuver. This condition occurs when the effort to defecate increases abdominal pressure, potentially compressing the aorta and resulting in a fatal heart arrhythmia. While some speculated that Presley died from a drug overdose, coroner Joseph Davis, who reopened the investigation in 1994, disputed this claim. Davis pointed out that Elvis was found in a position suggesting he was about to sit on the toilet when he suffered a seizure. He had fallen onto the carpet with his behind in the air and was already deceased by the time he hit the ground. Davis argued that if it had been an overdose, Elvis would likely have fallen into a deep sleep rather than experiencing such a sudden and dramatic death. Overdose deaths generally involve a more gradual process, during which the individual would have had time to seek help if conscious. The tragic end of Elvis Presley continues to be a subject of significant discussion and analysis. His health issues, combined with his extensive medication use and unhealthy lifestyle, paint a sobering picture of the pressures faced by public figures. The circumstances surrounding his death continue to spark curiosity and debate, reflecting the deep fascination with his life and the enduring impact of his music. What are your thoughts on Elvis Presley's autopsy results? Share your opinions in the comments below. Thank you for watching. We hope you found this video insightful. To stay updated on your favorite celebrities and more intriguing stories, click the link that appears on your screen. See you there? Elvis Presley developed sores from neglecting personal hygiene throughout 1975. His chronic constipation, a result of an unhealthy diet, was highlighted in the post-mortem examination, which found a 4-month-old compacted stool in his gut. Additionally, Elvis was heavily reliant on medications, with nearly 9,000 pills, vials, and injections prescribed in the 7 months before his death. Ginger's account and the autopsy ***. In her biography about Elvis Presley, Ginger Alden recounts finding him with his arms resting on the ground, close to his sides and his palms facing up. Elvis had been unmoving since he fell. Ginger gently turned his face toward her and noticed a faint expulsion of air from his nose. His tongue was clenched between his teeth and his face was blotchy. When she lifted one of his eyelids slightly, she saw his blood-red eye fixed straight ahead. An autopsy was quickly performed, but the family kept the results confidential, leading to widespread speculation about the cause of his death. Dan Warlick, the lead investigator from the Tennessee Office of the State Medical Examiner who was present at the autopsy, supported the theory that Elvis's death was linked to his struggle with chronic constipation. Warlick suggested that Elvis's condition, caused by years of prescription drug use and a high-fat, high-cholesterol diet, led to a dangerous situation known as Valsalva's maneuver. This maneuver involves the strain of trying to defecate, which can compress the abdominal aorta and cause a fatal heart arrhythmia. While some speculated that Elvis died from a drug overdose, coroner Joseph Davis, who reopened the investigation in 1994, disagreed. Davis explained that Elvis's body was found in a position suggesting he was about to sit on the toilet when he had a seizure. He fell onto the carpet with his behind in the air and was already deceased by the time he hit the ground. According to Davis, if it had been an overdose, Elvis would likely have slipped into a deep sleep and would have had time to seek help if conscious. Overdose deaths typically involve a more prolonged process. What are your thoughts on Elvis Presley's autopsy results? Share your opinions in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video.